hello. Hello. Hi. 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 Hello. Oh, you know my name. How are your prelims? How are your prelim results? Hope that you all score well, okay? Hi, Vihang. Hi, Taro Milk Tea. How you know my name? You remember? Or you are my student? Hi. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Cruz. I call you Cruz. Hi. We'll start in about 1 minute and 30 something seconds, okay? Oh, was. That means secondary school now? Or, hi. Or another class now. Hi, today we'll be going through primary 6 science revision, okay? PSLE revision. So if it's PSLE revision means you're gonna like go through all the different levels and different topics as well. Hi, people. Oh, sometimes you join the Sec 1 live now as well. Yeah, you can just join. Hello. Halloween. Okay, just to let you all know, okay, that we are going to have a PSLE online booster program next week. Is during your September holidays for those of you who are taking PSLE this year. Okay, you have English, Math, and Science. All right, so if you are interested, you can register. The link is in our bio. Who is bro? Who is bro? Okay. Hi. Okay, time's up. All right, so I'm gonna start. Okay, so let us do some revision for PSLE. Okay. Okay, everyone, all right? Okay, so let's start. Okay, we're doing revision. Hope that you all score well for your prelims. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Okay, so let's look at question 1. Okay, so for question 1 here, what happens is that you all must take note of what is happening between the different heights. Oh, capybara. Oh, why the sad face? You improve by 1 AL. Okay, that's good. Continue improving from there. Okay, then try to improve by 2 AL during for PSLE. Okay, I'm sure you can do better, capybara. Usually, prelim papers tend to be a little bit more difficult. Usually, so I'm most likely your PSLE maybe you should be able to do better. Okay. Okay, so now, okay, let's look at question 1. Okay, I'll show you the top part of the question first, all right, because the question is quite big. Okay, so over here, okay, it says that Julia walks with bouncy spring shoes on. Okay, each of her feet moves up and down, shown by the arrows in the diagram below. So from height A to B, and then from B to A repeatedly as she walks. So take note of the key thing here, okay? Oh, AL12 for total, that sounds okay actually. That's actually not bad. You got the whole new gaming setup. Wow. Hey, but let's focus about the PSLE first. Okay, so what happens here, I'm going to highlight the key thing, okay? So take note that they already say there is bouncy spring. Take note of the word spring here, bouncy spring shoes on. All right, and what happens is that they mention that, okay, the spring is compressed with each step she takes. All right, so but you need to understand when is the compression happening. Okay, so when is the compression happening? All right, so what happens here is, okay, you need to understand that at height A, if you look here, see, original length of the spring is when the person lifts his foot off the ground. Okay, so you need to understand this part. So when he lifts his foot off the ground, okay, take note, that is the original length. Okay, lift the legs up, that is the original length. That is height A. Right? So can you tell me, if he leaves his legs up, is the spring compressed? Hi. I'm very sure you'll do well, Capybara. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do well. Okay, so is the spring, so if you leave the legs up, is the spring being compressed? Or no? Oh, I saw someone say no. Yes, the spring is not being compressed at height A. You all must understand this, okay? Don't think that, oh, the spring is compressed at height A. No, it is not compressed at height A. Okay, so basically, okay, you need to understand that there is no compression at height A. Okay, not compressed. Okay, but at height B, what happens is that at height B, his body is pressing down the spring, right? So his body weight is pressing down the spring. There's a compressed spring. Okay, this is when his legs are down. Okay, so that would be my height B. Okay, so yes, very good. It compresses at height B, not height A. Okay, so which of the following statements is or are true? Okay, so I'm showing you the options, so y'all can tell me what do y'all think. Okay, so is A correct? A says that there would be more gravitational force acting on Julia's shoes at height A and B. What do y'all think? Is this correct? More gravitational force acting on Julia's shoe. Okay, a lot of you say no. Very good. Okay, why? Did anyone tell me why? Because what? Is this standard? Yeah, this is P6 science standard. Okay, why no? Does anyone know why no? Why is it not more gravitational force? Because what? What about gravitational force? Gravitational force, no matter where you are, okay, no matter whether is it affected by height? Is it affected by height A and B? Yes, gravitational force is the same if the mass didn't change, right? That is not affected by height. Yes. Take note, don't get confused with force and energy. Gravitational potential energy then is affected by height. Gravitational force is not affected by height. So don't get tricked. Yes, very good, Bernard. Gravitational force is only affected by mass. Okay, so take note, based on this statement is wrong. There's no extra gravitational force. Okay, gravitational force is the same because the person mass is the same. Okay, all right, so what happens is this is false. This is totally wrong. Okay, everyone okay? Understand so far for the first one? Very good. Okay, so next one, B. B says that frictional force is acting on Julia's bouncy spring shoes as she walks. Okay, I saw some of you say yes. Okay, very good. So yes, because when she walks, there's movement. And as long as there's movement, okay, there would be opposing force, which is one of them is frictional force. Okay, so very good. So this is true. because there's movement. Okay, what about C? Very good. Thank you. The rest of you, Faith. Thank you, Chu. Thank you, Velvet. Thank you. So what about C? Elastic spring force is acting on Julia's foot and it is increasing as it moves from height A to B. Remember, height A not compressed to height B when it's compressed, does elastic spring force increase? Wait, a lot of you say yes. I see some no. Take note, not compressed to compress. When you compress, does elastic spring force increase? No. You think carefully. When elastic spring force is affected by compression, right? Yeah, yes. Okay, so elastic spring force is affected by compression. The more you compress it, the more elastic spring force it is acting on the person's body, okay, on the person's foot. All right, so take note, this is true. Why? Because when the person moves from A to B, it is compressed, not compressed to compressed. Correct? Not compressed to compressed means that, take note, there is more compression. So there would be more elastic spring force. Okay, so yes, C is correct. Okay, so good. Yes, this is standard. This is P6 standard. Okay, then what about D? Do you all know? Yes, thank you for all your yes. Very good. What about D? At height B, elastic spring force is the same. Direction. Take note, the word direction. Is the direction of elastic spring force the same? Okay, can you tell me? Can you tell me first, the person's weight, right? Weight has something to do with what? Has something to do with gravitational. What? Weight has something to do with, I know the answer is 3, but you all must know why D is wrong. Very good. Thank you for all your answers. Okay, but you all must know why D is wrong. Test your science concept. The person's weight, very good, JJ and Lin, it has something to do with gravitational force. Gravitational force acts in what direction? Upwards or downwards? Upwards or downwards? For the person's weight is downwards. Thank you, Velvet. So what happened is the weight is downwards. But what about the elastic spring force? Can you tell me the elastic spring force? What direction is it acting against? Upwards or downwards? Upwards, right? The spring is trying to go back to its original length. It's being compressed. It's trying to go back to its original length. So it's trying to push the person's leg upwards, right? So very good. So elastic spring force is acting in an upwards direction. So it is not in the same direction. This is false. F for false. Okay? So very good. The answer is supposed to be number 3, B, and C. Very good. Thank you for all your answers. Thank you. Anyone has any questions for this one? Hey, Ming Hao, congratulations. You can, very good. Try to get 90 something for PSLE. Always aim to improve. Okay, is everyone okay? Okay? No questions? I'm going to move on. You can do it, Ming Hao. I'm sure you can. Don't give up. Okay, so let's move on, all right? So let's look at question 2. Okay, so question 2. Hello, don't eat my food. I'm not going to eat your food. Don't worry. Okay, let's look at question 2. Okay, the diagram below shows 4 points. Okay, so what happens is that, what is the difference between elastic potential energy and elastic spring force? Potential energy is energy that is stored in the spring. Okay, for example, I stretch a rubber band. I stretch a rubber band. It contains elastic potential energy inside of it. Okay, then when I release it, then it exerts a force onto the object, whatever object that is moved, that is trying to push, or is trying to exert the force on. Okay, So a force is something that's exerted on an object. And energy, elastic potential energy, is something that the spring or the rubber band has. Okay, so there's a slight difference. Okay, okay? Yeah, a force is a push or a pull. All right. Potential energy don't push or pull. Okay, okay? All right, so everyone, okay? So let's look at this. Okay, so over here, all right, so let's look at this question. The diagram below shows 4 points. All right, so it is good. Okay, so for this, all right, what do you mean, Lin? You need to have a little bit, you need to be a little bit more specific. Okay, so over here, question 2. Okay, the diagram below shows 4 points, P, Q, R, S, where light sources can be placed directly above 2 identical wooden tubes. Okay, take note, the wooden tubes are identical. Okay, so identical means that by right, they are supposed to be of the same size, right? Okay, so at which 2 points should the light sources be placed for the shadows to be shown when viewed from the top? Okay, so now, a lot of you say 3. It's 2. Okay, let's see. Okay, a lot of you say 2 and 3. Okay, please remember your P. This is a P4 concept, okay? So, look at the shadows. Which one is bigger? Based on the shadow, the tubes are identical. So by right, the shadows should be of the same size, right? If the light source is placed at the same location. But now, very good. Okay, thank you for your answers. Shadow of tube Y is bigger. When it's bigger, what does it tell me? It tells me that always remember the key thing, okay? To get a larger shadow, your object must be nearer to the light source. Okay, I give you a clue, okay? Bigger. Another word for bigger is what? Larger, right? Larger starts with the letter L, correct? L means it must be nearer to the letter L. The letter L can mean nearer to the light source. That's one way to remember. Okay, I'm just giving you like some hints to remember. L means larger. Larger means nearer to the light. Because why? Light starts with the letter L too. Okay, that's one way to think about it. Okay, so that means the light source is closer, the light source is nearer. Very good. So that means for tube Y, my torch must be placed at where? R or S? R or S? Any idea? For Y, Y bigger, right? Bigger shadow means that my light source must be placed at S. Very good. Because it must be nearer to the letter L. Bigger means larger. Larger size the letter L. L means light source. Light source is my torch. It should be at S. Very good. Okay, so since this is a smaller one, smaller means it's the opposite, right? So this is smaller. Smaller what? Smaller, you notice, right? Smaller starts with the letter S. S means nearer to the screen. Because screen also starts with the letter S. That's one way to remember. Okay, Ken? So that means my tube X, where is my light source placed? Is it P or is it Q? If my X is nearer to the screen. Yes, light source is at P. Very good. Okay, very good. So based on this, my answer is supposed to be number 2. Yes, very good. So must be further away from light source. Nearer to the screen means must be further away from the light source. Very good. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. Any questions so far for this? This is your P4 concepts about shadows, light and shadows. Yes. Thank you. Good job. Yes, very good. Any questions for this? No? Okay, no. All right, good. Okay, so let us move on to the next one. Next one. Oh, this one might be a little bit more complicated for some of you. Okay, but let us look at the top part of the question first. This question is really big. Okay, so let's look at this one. All right, this one, it says that Sarah placed 2 pieces of cloth, okay, 60 degrees Celsius, Okay, materials X and Y, identical flask, and the glass tubes were the same. Okay, place two identical containers. The water are at 28 degrees Celsius. Okay, so just take note. In this case, my cloth are the hotter materials, are the warmer materials, right? Okay, my water is the cooler, are the cooler materials. Okay, are the cooler objects. All right, so after 2 minutes, what happens? Okay, what happens is that you can see, I didn't go down a bit, okay? Hey, no problem. You're welcome. All right, so let's look at this, okay? So for the next one, what happens is that, can you identify the difference? Sometimes they don't tell you the difference. Can you identify the difference for me? Look at the diagram. What do you all notice that is so different between these two setups? This is about heat and temperature. Yes, this is your P4 concept as well. Can you all identify what's the difference? There are lesser bubbles. Very good on which one? Hello. Don't eat my food. I saw your hello already. Why did you say hello? Okay, yes, flask B has lesser bubbles, flask A has more. All right, so good. So why is there more on flask A? Okay, so take note that what is inside? What is inside these flasks? Is the flask entirely empty? The air, very good. Material X is a better conductor of heat than material Y? Yes, you are not wrong. Okay, but we need to know why. How do you know there's a better conductor of heat? Very good. So over here, good, there is air in the flask. A lot of you know this. Very good. But what happens is flask A, you notice that there are more bubbles. What does more bubbles means? More bubbles means what happened to the air? What exactly happened to the air inside the flask? In case this appeared in section B, then they ask you, why is there more bubbles? More boiling and evaporation? Not about boiling and evaporation here. You got your you understood the better conductor, but it's actually not about boiling and evaporation here. Expansion, very good. This is about expansion. Not I already said P4 topic, heat and temperature. In like evaporation, boiling, condensation, to one P5. Okay, so over here, what happens is that more bubbles indicates that more air escape, right? Why more air escape? Because air occupied more space. Why did the air occupy more space? Because the air expanded more. Why did the air expanded more? You have to work backwards from here, okay? Because the air gained more heat. Okay, so what happened is, let me write this one down. More bubbles, it indicates that more air escaped. Why did more air escape? Okay, because it gained more heat. Okay, and when it gained more heat, it expanded more. So, yes, Lynn, because when it gains heat faster, it gains more heat, so it will expand faster, it will expand more, so it will take up more space. So there's no other space for the air to go to, but out of the flask. So you can see more air coming out as bubbles. Okay, so when it expand more, what does it tell me? It tells me that X is a better conductor because good conductors allow heat to be conducted faster. Okay, so this indicates that X is a better conductor of heat as compared to Y. Okay, all right, so based on this concept, all right, which of the following materials would be more suitable to make a blanket to keep a person warm in cold weather? Okay, let's do this one first. Okay, and to keep the room cool in hot weather. Okay, the key word here is the word keep. If I want to keep it as its original temperature, both also keep original temperature, right? So if it's keeping its original temperature, what? Wow. Stop looking at your name. Okay, that will depend on how strong your science concept is really. but for this, there is no change in state. So it's definitely not about evaporation or condensation. Okay? You must always remember that there's air inside. It's not entirely empty. And if they focus and if there is bubbles, means air escape. That is the only clue that you can look out for when it comes to this type of question. Okay, Ken? All right. So take note when I want to keep it as its original temperature. What do I look out for? I look out for good or poor conductor of heat. Yes, yes, the one with a lot of books as your as your IGN. Yes. Hey, why good conductor of heat? I want to keep it, if my thing is cold, I want to keep it as cold for as long as possible. Means, do I want heat to transfer fast or slow? If it's already hot, I want to keep hot for as long as possible. Yes, I want it to gain heat and lose heat slowly. So in both of these conditions, don't be tricked, okay? Not all the time one is good, one is poor, okay? So in both of these conditions, I'm actually looking out for poorer conductor of heat. I want to keep it the same, poorer conductor of heat. So both of these, I need poor conductor of heat. So based on this, what do you think? Take note, okay? Not every time, this is like a trick question. You all always think, oh, one is this, that means the other one is that. Not all the time. Both of them, my body is warm. I want to keep warm. That means I don't want to lose heat quickly. I want to lose it slowly. Slowly is the key word. So if the thing is cold, my room is cold, I want to keep it cold. Okay, I want the room to gain heat slowly, slow as possible. Very good. Okay, now a lot of you got it already. Yes, the correct answer is 2. I want both of them to be poor conductors. I want it to gain heat slowly and lose heat slowly. So I'm going to choose Y because X is a better conductor. I don't want X. Okay, so both of them must be Y. My answer is supposed to be number 2. Yes. Okay, so take note. Your body is already warm. I want to keep warm some more. I don't want my body to lose heat so quickly. Lose it slowly, poor conductor. My room is cold. I want to keep it cold. Okay, I want it to gain heat slowly. Everything is slow. If everything is slow, they are poor conductors. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions for this? Okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on, okay? What time do I go live every day? I actually only go live every alternate Tuesdays. But I do have an online class. I do have an online class every Thursdays for P6s. Okay? Carry on, okay, I'm gonna move on. All the best, bacon soup. Okay, let's look at question 4. All the best for your PSLE, okay? And is this month ready? I know. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so let's look at question 4. I'll show you the first part of the question first before my header at the top blocks, everything. Okay, so over here, it says that this person has 3 rods. Okay, unknown materials. She placed them at different locations or positions as shown in the circuits below. Okay, so what happens? Yeah, I only teach science. Okay. Oh, yes, just revise more. Just sprint, the last sprint. Okay, and after PSLE, you all can relax. So this is the last sprint. Okay, so let's look at this. All right, so she observed if bulbs L1, L2, and L3 lights up. Okay, and she recorded her observations below. Okay, she repeated the experiment by placing the rod at different positions. Okay, but now let's just focus on the top one first. Okay, so what happens is that, okay, please take note, if rod P, I write it down for you first, okay? If rod P is placed at A, rod Q is placed at B, rod R is placed at C, okay? Only L2 and L3 lit up. Okay, so what does it mean? This tells me that rod Q and rod R are what? Any idea? Rod Q and rod R are what? If they lit up. What was question 3? Question 3, the answer is 2. Yes, very good. They are electrical conductors. Really good. Okay, so these are our conductors. Okay, if they lit up, I just demonstrate for you. Okay, if it lit up, it indicates that, oh, electrical current managed to flow through the circuit over here. Okay, okay, all right. So that means this tells me that what? P, okay, is a definitely. This is definite already. Why is it definite? Because P is the only material that can affect L1. Very good. It's an insulator. Okay, so this would be an insulator. Okay, please do not put poor conductor of electricity for electrical questions. Okay, until now, I still see students, right, at P6 already, still putting poor conductors for electricity. No, it totally doesn't allow electricity to pass through. It's an insulator. So please be very, very, very careful in PSLE, okay? So let's go down. Okay, so after she repeated the experiment by placing them at different positions, which one should show the correct results? Okay, so what happens is now I change. Okay? I already know that B and C are conductors. I put C as conductors, okay? Okay, so what happened is Q and R are conductors. So let me write this one down. Q is a conductor, R is conductor, okay? And I put conductors at A and C. What do you think will happen? This one is insulator. Which bulbs do you think will light up? Okay, I seen some of you sending in your answers. Which one do you think will light up? Okay, I've seen 2s. Is there any other answers? C means conductors, okay? I've seen 3. How come? Only 2? Okay. All right. So what? Okay, 2 is the correct answer. Really good. Okay, all of you are very good. So basically what happens is conductor means that electrical current can flow through. It flows through L1. Okay, and take note, can it flow through L3? Okay, no, it cannot flow through L3 at all. Okay, so what happens here is, even if it flow through here, it gets stuck here. There's an open circuit. All right, so L3 cannot light up, L2 also cannot light up. So it's supposed to be a no for 2 and 3, and L1 can light up. So based on this, my answer is supposed to be number 2. Okay? Everyone okay? Yes, yes, very good. All of you got it correct. Most of you got it correct. Anyone has any questions for this? Thank you for all the likes. But your focus, okay? Everyone okay? No? Okay, very good. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So let's look at question 5. Okay, question 5 is a really big question as well. So I'm going to show you the top part first. Okay, so over here it says that this person used the setup as shown below to find out, okay, whether the time taken, okay, find out the time taken, whether is it affected by the 2 different surfaces. Okay, but please take note, you must know what is my change variable here. So the moment you see to find out, this is, yeah, I do teach live classes, as in like physical classes. Oh, physical classes, I don't teach physical classes. Yeah, at any of the centers, I teach the online classes on Thursdays. P6 science. Physical classes, I teach for P3, P4, and P5. P6. This year, I teach P6 online. Okay, can? All right. So for this, okay, what happened is that the moment you see to find out, oh, you're actually a P5. Oh, I teach at North Point. Oh, but no harm watching the live, even though you're P5. You get to learn something that you'll learn next year. Okay, this is a P6 topic, by the way. Okay, so over here, all right, question 5 is P6 topic. Okay, the moment you see to find out, this is the aim of the experiment. Okay, and when you got your aim, always try to find out your changed and measured variable. Changed variable is something that is different in the experiment. So what is my change variable here? Principle of movement. The one is secondary school already. This one primary school. So we don't use that term here. Oh no! Don't use auto clicker. Why are you using auto clicker? Hey, concentrate on the lesson. Anyone? Are you okay? So frictional force. It's okay, Kazu. You can improve from there. No worries. There's still time to improve. Okay, work hard. Yes. My my change variable is the different surface. Look out for something that's different in the experiment. So that would be my changed variable. Okay. So that means my change variable, and always remember my change variable affects my measured variable. And my measured variable is the time taken for the block to slide down. Okay, so this is my measured variable. Okay, Ken? Everyone okay? Okay, so yes, very good. Thank you for all your answers. Thank you. Thank you, the one with books as your as your IGN. Okay, so what happened is he measured the time taken for the block to slide down the ramp and recorded it in his graph. Which of the following shows the most likely results obtained? Okay, you need to identify. So since the surface is the change variable, I have wooden block, aluminium foil, and sandpaper, right? So these two are my change variable, aluminium foil and sandpaper. So can you all tell me which one should be the smoother option? Which one is the smoother surface? Hi. Oh, I scared to go up. I need to write something here first. Later I go and let you see the options, okay? Which one is the smoother surface? Aluminium foil. Very good. Okay, so take note that aluminium is the smoother surface. So the change variable, to be more specific, is actually the amount of frictional force. Okay? The moment you see surface is about frictional force. Usually it's about roughness. Okay? So I go down. So since it is a smoother surface, okay, means that what? Smoother surface means there is more or less friction. Oh, frictional force. You haven't learned that topic. The one you must join my class, I can teach you a bit more. Frictional force is basically the force that opposes motion, that go in opposite direction. It causes you to slow down. Okay, that's the only thing I can tell you at the moment. Okay, lesser friction, very good. Okay, smoother means there'll be less friction. Okay, so lesser friction means that what do you think? Take a longer time or shorter time for the block to go down? Yes, sandpaper is rougher. Rougher means it will take a longer time. Very good. So less friction is shorter. Very good. So it will take a shorter time. Right? Shorter time means it goes down. It will be faster. Time taken, lesser time taken. Right? So lesser time taken, what does it tell me? Okay, so which one do you think it is? P should take a shorter time. Q should take a longer time. Please read the thing carefully. This is time. Okay, some of you say 1. Anyone else has any other answer? Okay, based on most of you, you all say 1. Okay, all right. And the correct answer is 1. Okay, very good. Why? Because you look here. Just look at the height. P here shows me shorter time. Don't look at the wrong one, okay? Please don't look at the bottom, the horizontal axis. Okay, so take note. Look at the line that is top down. Okay, shorter. Q took a longer time. So your answer is supposed to be 1. Okay, take note, these two is not accepted because these are the same. If you just look at the length, okay? All right, this one took a longer time for P, so it's wrong. Okay, this one also. All right, and for this, the problem for option 4 is that here shows that it gets stuck. Okay, so which is totally, which is not supposed to happen. Okay, so because if it gets stuck, it's not supposed to move anymore. All right, okay, so your answer is supposed to be 1. Okay, everyone, okay, good. What are you talking about, Minecraft? Oh gosh. Any questions for this? No? Hello, Shane. Hope that you do well for your prelims. Why not 4? Oh, I explained already. If the block gets stuck, it should get stuck all the way. It can't possibly get stuck and then start moving again. Okay, so if it gets stuck, if it's too rough, I know you must be thinking, oh, maybe too rough, so it gets stuck, right? If it gets stuck, it's supposed to get stuck all the way. That means like this. Okay, it's supposed to be a straight line. It can't possibly get stuck, and then there's some magical force that make it move again. No. Okay, Ken? All right. So that means this one not possible. Okay? Ken, everyone okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on, all right? So let's move on to your open-ended now. Okay, good that you understand. Okay, so let's look at this one. Oh, it will end at 8 p.m. Okay, come. Why you keep asking why this end? You can't wait for it to end? Oh no. You need help with what? Okay, let's look at it. You need help with what, Octopus? You don't understand or you need help with other things? Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, question 6. The diagram below shows an electrical cooking stove with 2 heating plates. Okay, you are lagging because you keep spamming the clicker. So you don't good. Oh, it's okay. Just improve from there. That's why we are here. So I can teach you how to answer open-ended questions. Okay, so over here, there are 2 heating plates. Okay, A and B, which can be switched on and off independently. Okay, they already give a clue here. If you can, this is your P5 topic, okay? If you can switch something on and off independently, means that your switch are located in series or parallel. Wow, so fast! The ones with books as the emoji books on your IG. Thank you. Okay, so yes, it must be in a parallel arrangement. Your switches must be arranged in parallel because it needs to control each plate, heating plate independently. Okay, so please take note, the switches must be in a separate path, which means parallel arrangement. Very good. Okay, so thank you for all your answers. Very good. So let's go down. Okay, let's go down. Okay, and we are supposed to complete the circuit below, all right, to show how the 2 heating plates can be controlled independently with heating plate A turned on and heating plate B turned off. Okay, so with this information, means that A should be in an open or closed circuit. Yes, very good. Both of them must be arranged in parallel. Even the heating plate must be arranged in parallel together with the respective switches. Very good. So now, if A must be turned on, means A must be an open or closed circuit for heating plate A. Oh, I don't teach foundation. AGrader actually don't have foundation science, but if you can catch up, you can actually join our class. But yeah, we don't recommend. Very good. Thank you for all your answers. Closed circuit. Okay. So over here, okay. So take note, heating plate turn on means it must be a closed switch closed circuit. While if it is heating plate B turn off, means it must be in a open circuit or open switch. The switch is open. Okay. So a lot of you said very good. Thank you for all your answers. Okay, so since a lot of you said that, oh, but you see here, they are side by side. So if they're side by side, how are you going to draw it? Okay, just use your wires and separate them up. Okay, very good. Thank you for all your answers. Good. So for this, what happened is that my switch should not be directly connected to my electrical supply. Okay, it must be controlling the plate individually. So what can I do is I draw my parallel arrangement. Let me do plate A first. Okay, if it's side by side and you are confused, right? You must do one plate at a time. Connect plate A and form a complete circuit first. Okay, so what can I do is, it should look like this. Okay, I connect to heating plate A first. Okay, but I don't want to connect to B, right? So I go up. Okay, then I draw my switch here. My switch must be closed because I want A to be turned on, right? So switch must be closed. Close circuit here. And then my heating plate A will be on. Okay, so now for my B, I can just connect it directly below. Okay, same method, another pathway. So I connect it like this. Parallel arrangement. Okay, but make sure it doesn't touch plate A. I go down on a separate path. I create another switch, but take note, this switch must be open. Okay, so I go like this. And I create an open switch. Okay? Yes. Why you keep going? Oh no. Wow, you die at MCQ. That means you must be more careful. MCQ tend to have more tricky questions. So you must read the options carefully. The options can be really tricky for MCQs. Everyone okay? Understand this? Why? You mean what? The switch draw below the heating plate? You mean what? I draw the switch here, right? Because so that it can control heating plate A. This below one is controlling heating plate B. As long as the switch, okay, you want, depending on how you draw your wires, okay, but based on what I draw, my switch will be placed, you can place it either here also, here, but your switch cannot, okay, I highlight the part where you cannot place the switch, your switch cannot be placed here. The green color part are out of bounds. You cannot put your switch there. Because if you put your switch at the green color area, it's going to affect the entire circuit. You're going to control two plates at a time. Okay, Ken? Okay, so your switch can place, you want to place a tiny switch here, also can. Here, here, here also can for A. And B, you want to put your switch here, here, this path, this area here, also can. That's for B. Okay? Everyone okay, Ken? I'm gonna move on. No, this is not the AGrader diagnostic test. No, it's not. Okay, everyone okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Oh, congratulations. Those of you who score well for your prelims, continue to work hard. Those of you who think that you didn't score well, there's still time. There's still a few more weeks. Okay, work hard. I'm very sure you can improve from there. Okay. Yes, some of it is a mixed prelim paper, school's prelim paper. Okay, let me go to the next one. Okay, question 7. Okay, we mix it up so we cannot exactly remember which school is it from. Oh, that's good. Evil mustard. Why you call yourself evil? Oh, that's nice of you, Pebble. Oh, yes, please go and thank your teacher. Teacher's Day is coming. Go and thank your school teachers, okay? I reminded you all. Okay, let's look at question 7. Capybara and how do I pronounce your name? Symiz. You can do it. You can do it. Just improve from there. I'm very sure you all can. Okay? Oh, that's good. Go and remember to thank your teacher. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, this person hung a steel chain. Okay, so take note, it's a steel chain over a ledge, edge of the table. Okay, it's at the corner or the edge, right? Okay, and we are supposed to identify the forces that is acting on the chain that is represented by the arrows. Look at the arrows. The moment they show you arrows, look at the direction carefully. Shine, thank you. Alison, what about the rest of you, the answer? What do you think? What kind of forces do you think it is? Look at the direction carefully. The direction, they will give you a clue on what kind of forces are they. Okay, a lot of you say frictional and gravitational force. Frictional, gravitational. Okay, very good. Most of you got it correct. Yes, the correct answer is frictional and gravitational force. Okay, why? Okay, so take note, the steel chain is going to try to slide off the table, right? So this is the direction of motion. Okay, and friction is always go against motion. So P is frictional force. Okay, it opposes motion. It is the one that makes the steel chain difficult to slide down. Okay. Okay, Ken? All right. So the Q would be my gravitational force, which is the pulling force acting on all objects on Earth. It's a downwards force. Okay. Yes, it goes against, yes, the chain. Very good. The chain wants to drop down, but frictional force prevented it from dropping down. Very good. It wants to slide off, right? The motion is to the right. So friction goes to the left. Okay, so let's look at Ling. Okay, let's look at the bottom one. So Ling observed that the steel chain did not slide off the table, and someone already said it's because of frictional force. Never write the word force, you will lose marks. Who says that? No, instead you are supposed to write the word force actually. Octopus, how come? You mean that? Oh, octopus, you mean that if you never write the word force, you'll lose marks. Oh, okay. Yes, if you didn't write the word force, most of the time you lose marks. Okay? Yes, that's why you see I write frictional force, gravitational force. Try not to write friction or gravity, okay? Okay, so over here, did not slide off the table. Someone mentioned, very good, that is because of frictional force, right? So what happened is she placed object A and it slide down immediately. Oh, what do you think happened? A lot of you said magnet, very good. But why? Why is it a magnet? What do you think is happening? Why did it slide down? Because it's being what? It's being put, right? It's being put down. How come there is this additional pulling force? It's because there's a very, not repel. Repel, it will go up. It will not even go down. You see my arrow? It goes down, means it's going nearer to the object, okay, which means that it is being attracted, right? There's some additional force. Okay, very good. Okay, why did it get attracted? Take note, steel is magnetic. Very good, okay. Yes, but a lot of you explained but didn't explain completely. Okay, but let me write this one down first. What could object A be? It could be a magnet. Very good. A lot of you got this one correct. Okay, but now let me go down. Explain in terms of forces. Why? Oh, why? Only, the lives are actually practically almost every day, Tuesdays to Friday, if I'm not wrong. But it is for different levels, different subjects. Okay, Ken, you can go to our AGrader website and take a look at the schedule. Steel cannot be attracted by a magnet. No, steel is a magnetic material. It can be attracted by a magnet. Okay, I'm reading all of your answers. Okay, generally, most of you mentioned they got attracted, right? What about magnetic material? What do you mean? this object cannot be a magnetic material, because magnetic material and magnetic material, nothing will happen. Okay? But this must be a magnet so that it can attract a magnetic material. Okay, Ken? Alright, so everyone okay? Yeah, like a steel clip and an iron clip. Nothing will happen. Okay, because magnetic material cannot apply any force. Okay, but magnets can exert a force. Okay, magnets can exert something called magnetic force. All right, so for this, okay, so everybody, let's go to C. Okay, so for C, right, a lot of you mention attract. Okay, you cannot just say that. Why? Because they're asking you to explain in terms of forces why now only when I have object A, then the chain slip off immediately. Why before that? Why before that it doesn't slip off? Okay, so because firstly, remember for AGrader explanation question, we teach 2 steps answering technique. Okay, so the first step is D means describe. Okay, DS. All right, so firstly, D means you need to describe. Describe the chain. Do not miss this one out. You must say that steel is a magnetic material. Okay, and A is a magnet. So what happens? Now we talk about forces, science concept. A force. Okay, a magnet can exert magnetic force of attraction on the steel chain. Must say magnetic force of attraction, okay? Because they call it to explain in terms of forces. Cannot just say attract. Must say magnetic force of attraction, okay? But you must also say explain why with the magnet it can drop. Why without the magnet it doesn't drop down. Okay, you must say that as the amount of gravitational force, because there is still gravitational force pulling down, right? So as the amount of gravitational force and magnetic force acting on the steel chain is greater than the opposing force. Opposing force is friction. Friction is preventing it from dropping down. You must say these 2 forces is greater than friction. That's why it can fall down, it can drop down. Okay, Ken? All right, so you must compare with the previous situation. Okay, so how do I explain it scientifically? I'm going to write it down, okay? So you need to say that steel is, yes, you must say that it's greater than. Some schools don't use overcome frictional force. So you use another word, greater than friction. That's why it moved. Okay, Ken? Very good. So steel is a magnetic material. So object A, which is a magnet, exerted a magnetic force of attraction on the steel chain okay, and after that you must further explain as the amount of gravitational force and magnetic force acting on the steel chain is greater than the amount of frictional force between. Always remember when you talk about frictional force, right? You need to mention between the 2 surfaces, okay? The steel chain and the table the chain can slide off the table. You must ask that school. Some schools are quite, I would say, stingy with their marks. Usually PSLE will be more fair, so don't worry, okay? Even usually explanation question, right? They by right supposed to have, for tougher topics, they're supposed to have 2 marks. You ask that school, okay? I forgot what school was it from. Yes, because they said force. Yeah. Okay, okay? Oh, don't say steel is a metal. Must say magnetic material for this because it's about magnets. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the key thing. Let me highlight the keywords that you must say. Okay, you must write down magnetic material. Magnet will exert magnetic force of attraction. This is a must because they say in terms of forces. Okay, then you must say gravitational force and magnetic force is greater than frictional force. And for frictional force, you must always tell me the 2 surfaces in contact with each other. That's why it can slide off. Okay? Unfortunately, some schools are quite stingy with the marks. Oh, cannot. Because octopus, try not to say metal. For this, as long as the topic is magnets, right? Related to magnets, don't write metal. Because not all metal are magnetic materials. Okay, so some markers, right, they will think that, why you put metal? It doesn't show that you really understand the concept of magnets, right? Then they might penalize you. So be careful, okay? Sometimes too much extra details might not work in your benefit. The teacher will think, why you write 2? Yeah, the kind of things, right? So they will think that it doesn't show that you understand your concept that well. So they might penalize you because of it. Yeah. So be careful, okay? Okay, so let's move on. What, don't get 67? What are you talking about? Oh, okay, let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Okay, so let's look at this one. Last one for today. This is about your man's impact on the environment, partially. Okay, so over here, primary 6 topic again. Okay. What last question? The question 8 is the last question. What do you mean, Vion? You mean question 7? Oh, the recording will be out. Don't worry. Apple user, we will release the recording. I think maybe approximately a few days or a week later, usually. Yeah, it will be released out. YouTube or Instagram. You can follow our AGrader, right? Our AGrader website. Okay, and then you can access even the previous live sessions recording. If you didn't attend, you can access and watch and learn more. Okay? Okay, done? All right, I'm gonna move on. Oh, okay, everybody, I move on, okay? Yeah, the one is this is a typo. This one's supposed to be B. Okay, don't worry. Okay, let's look at this one, okay? So let's look at the A first. In country X, a farmer, okay, Mr. James grew plant A in a greenhouse. So what happens that, oh wait, y'all watch the recording, okay? Oh, you sign up for the booster class? Then you will see me. I'm the one conducting the PSLE booster. Yes, try to attempt the worksheet first. Because, right, during the session, there's no time for you to attempt. I'll be going through like a crash course. Okay? No worry, random. Okay? Where to watch the recording? Go to the AGrader website. You can even see the past TikToks recording. Okay, I'm gonna, when is the booster class? Later I tell you all, okay? I finish this one first. Okay, finish this one first. Okay, so in country X, the farmer, Mr. James, grew plant A in a greenhouse. Okay, and he said that to get sweeter fruits, Okay, the plant must be exposed to at least 6 hours of sunlight daily. Suggest how having 6 hours will help in sweeter fruits. Okay, why? You all must understand, right? When plant make food, all right, plant make food, this food is actually called sugar. Okay, and extra food that is not used up by plants is actually sent to different plant parts to be stored. So in this case, it is sent to the fruit to be stored. So the more food, okay, the more sugar, glucose, okay, the plants actually send to the fruits, the sweeter the fruit will be. Okay, so for this, all right, suggest how having at least 6 hours of sunlight daily will help in producing sweeter fruits is basically, yes, AGrader on TikTok. Yes. Okay. All right. So what happened is that, you watch this live, right? When you're watching this live, you can click AGrader, the top left hand, I think you can click on the profile. Okay. So over here, all right, you have to talk about sunlight. Okay. You need to talk about what process the plant will undergo, and talk about food. Okay. So you must mention that with more exposure to sunlight, plant A can trap more light to photosynthesize more. You must use comparison words, okay? And make more food. Okay? Really? It came out for your prelims? Oh, Apple user, you have to look out for scientific keywords. Practice, if your open-ended is weak, then you have to spend more time practicing open-ended question. Again, I usually highlight all the key things. So in doing prelims during PSLE, please underline. They usually will give you clues in helping you answer the question. Okay, so if you want to start now, it's not too late. You try to start studying one chapter a day to recap. Okay, so you start from P6, you go backwards. The chapter go backwards. So you go for go and study P5, P4, P3. Okay, go backwards and then to recap your concepts. Okay. The more bigger, the more sweeter. Yeah, bigger means more food is stored. That's why it's sweeter. Okay. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to highlight the key thing that you need to say, okay? More exposure to light, can trap more light, photosynthesize more, make more food. All right, so let's move on to B. Okay? Oh no, both is accepted, Renee, because plants do trap light. Yeah. Okay, so everyone, okay? So let's look at B. The one not compulsory because it's actually not tested. Food stored in fruits actually not required in PSLE. Okay. If you want for this part, if you want to write is you can go ahead and write also. It's not you will still get correct. Okay, so let's look at B. So B, all right. So next to Mr. James' greenhouse is a power station. Okay, and what happened is there are pipes that transports carbon dioxide produced by the power station to the greenhouses around the area. Okay, so how does this arrangement benefits Mr. James' plants and the environment? Okay, so what happened is that if they transport the carbon dioxide to the greenhouse, means that what? Means that there is more carbon dioxide available for the plants, right? So if there's more carbon dioxide, means that what? What process can it undergo more? Yes, increased rate of photosynthesis, more photosynthesis, really good. Okay, so very good. So take note, how does it benefit? There is more carbon dioxide for the plants. So how does it help the plants? You can say with more carbon dioxide, for the plants, can photosynthesize more and make more food. You must use, please remember to use comparison words, okay? You are comparing here. Okay, why is it better? How does it benefit? Okay, photosynthesize more carbon dioxide, photosynthesize more, make more food. Okay, and when you send this carbon dioxide to the plants, that means would there be more or less carbon dioxide released into the surrounding? Oh, must compare because benefit. Help. Oh, but okay now for this question, maybe they'll be less strict. Okay? Yes, there'll be, okay, so since the plant use up the carbon dioxide, this is related, there will be less carbon dioxide in the surroundings. So how does it benefit the environment? Oh, take note, carbon dioxide doesn't cause air pollution. Air pollution is caused when the air is dirty. Carbon dioxide is not a dirty gas. Can you change a little bit? It's not air pollution. Change a little bit. Global warming. Very good. The common misconception is carbon dioxide causes air pollution. It doesn't. It's smoke. It's dirty gas, so-called dirty gas that causes air pollution. Carbon dioxide is not a dirty gas, okay? So nitrogen is for plants, but you're not tested for that. That is called the nitrogen cycle. Don't want secondary school. Okay? So, yes. Yes. So for this, right, if you write carbon dioxide leads to air pollution, you might get it wrong, okay? So for this, it's actually with less carbon dioxide in the air due to the plant photosynthesizing you must link to heat, okay? Less heat will be trapped and reducing global warming, okay? All right, I'm gonna highlight the key things. Less carbon dioxide, less heat will be trapped, reducing global warming because carbon dioxide traps heat. So if less heat traps, okay, there's a lower chance of global warming. As long as it's scientifically correct and you write another benefit, they should not mark you wrong. But it must be correct. If you write the wrong one, then you will lose marks. Okay? Okay, just now someone asked about the PSLE booster, right? So the PSLE booster program will be conducted during your September holidays. Science will be on Wednesday. Okay, Math Tuesday and English is on Monday. All right, so if you're interested, you can go to our bio. Okay, and then you can join. I'll be conducting the P6 Science PSLE booster program. It's online. Yes, it's online. It's through Zoom. Okay, Ken? All right, so those of you who are asking about the online classes, I'm not sure whether you still can join, but there are online classes for P5. Some of you are P5, right? English, Math, Science, and Creative Writing, online classes P5 and 6, Secondary 1 and 2 Math as well. Okay? Oh, we have recordings also, Octopus. If you miss, we actually can watch the recording of the webinar. Okay, and there will be live tomorrow as well, in case some of you are wondering. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. is P5 Science. So just watch. Even though you are P6, right, you can recap your P5 Science concept by watching the live. Okay, Ken? Creative writing is composition, composition writing, story writing. Hey, that's nice. I hope I make science easier for you, Apple user. Yeah, the live has ended. If you have no more questions, you all can go off. Okay, I'll see you 2 weeks later. Yeah, 2 weeks later on the 16th of September for P6 Science. Where? It's online. Yuhao is online. It's on Zoom. It's an online web booster program. Yes, yes. Yes. Why you call yourself slavery boy? Bye, bye. Yes, slavery boy, yes. Oh, you're so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you for your Teacher's Day wishes. Thank you. Bye-bye. All the best, okay? Study hard for your PSLE. Bye. What do you mean, is it live like this? You mean for the webinar? Webinar is Zoom live. Yes. Thank you. Oh, someone asked, someone asked why carbon dioxide doesn't cause air pollution. Because if it causes air pollution, then forever our air will be polluted because there's carbon dioxide all around us. It's not exactly a waste gas or a dirty gas. Yes, there must be some dust particles or acidic waste in gaseous form that goes up into the air that causes air pollution. Okay? Understand how to photosynthesize? Like, what do you mean? Okay, but carbon dioxide, if too much of it, you must understand, if too much is like, if it's an excessive amount, okay, which is usually not excessive, okay, it can build up in the atmosphere. But it causes greenhouse gas. It is a greenhouse gas. It's not dirty or harmful when you breathe in directly. That's why we don't really say that it causes air pollution. It causes global warming instead. How to photosynthesize? What do you mean? When the leaf has chlorophyll is the green pigment. It traps sunlight. It takes in carbon dioxide. It takes in water, and then it will start to make food and oxygen. Humans can photosynthesize. Oh, slavery boy, I'm not sure. Are you trolling or what? No. Unless you inject yourself with chlorophyll, then it's possible. Okay? Everyone, okay, then I'm gonna end. Where does carbon dioxide come from? When you breathe out. You breathe out carbon dioxide. It actually comes from a process called respiration in your cells. That happens in your cells. When you produce energy, when your cells convert digested food to energy, you get you release carbon dioxide as well. Yeah. Okay? Okay, then I'll end the live, okay? All the best. See, live like this 2 weeks later, yes, 2 weeks later there would be. Okay? For P6 science. All right? Okay, bye.